What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Evelyn, and today I am bringing you my top 5 Black lesbian films. So sit back, enjoy the video, and make sure to let me know which Black lesbian film is your favorite.
Yeah, but it's different with them. They love each other the way you love a man, or a man would love you.
But I love some women deeper than I ever loved any man. Some women love me and treated me better than any man ever treated me.
I know, but it's still different. I can't explain it. It just is.
Maybe it ain't. Maybe that's why some women get so riled up about it. Because they know deep down inside, it ain't no different at all.
Technically, The Women of Brewster Place is a miniseries and not a film, but it's so good, I couldn't not include it. The 1989 miniseries is a faithful adaptation of Gloria Naylor's novel of the same name. The two-part series tells the story of 7 women who live in the same housing project and the various issues and struggles they deal with on a daily basis. Lorraine and T are a couple whose relationship is straining under the weight of the prejudice they face as gay women. And while T can shrug it off with ease, Lorraine can't let go of her desire to be accepted. And fair warning, Lorraine and T do not get a happy ending, but neither does anyone else really. The Women of Brewster Place is a film made for lazy Sunday afternoon viewing. It spans decades, and by the end, you'll feel like you've aged right along with Maddie. If you have access to Hoopla, you can check it out with your library card. Otherwise, you can catch it on demand.
It's you who ignites this heart.
I want us to go on a real date. Like real. I've seen how you look at me.
Rafiki is about the budding romance between Kenna and Zeke, 2 teens who begin dating despite an avalanche of obstacles in their way, like their fathers being political rivals or the fact that homosexuality is illegal in Kenya, so being together puts their very lives at risk. And what makes this film all the more amazing is that to this day, it's still banned in Kenya. Rafiki is a beautiful, if not sometimes difficult film to watch. It doesn't sugarcoat the reality of the world Kenna and Zeke live in, but somehow it still manages to leave you feeling hopeful and inspired. Also, I have to give a quick shout out to the soundtrack, which I've been listening to for about a month straight now. All of the songs are amazing, but my personal favorites are Ignited, Stay, and Nita. You can check out Rafiki on Canopy.
Hi, I'm Cheryl, and I'm a filmmaker. I'm not really a filmmaker, but I have a videotaping business with my friend Tamara, and I work at a video store, so I'm working on being a filmmaker. The problem is I don't know what I want to make a film on. I know it has to be about Black women because our stories have never been told.
It's impossible to compile a list of Black lesbian films without including the seminal 1996 rom-com/documentary/drama, The Watermelon Woman, the first feature film directed by a Black lesbian. Playing a version of herself, filmmaker Cheryl Dunn takes us on an oh-so-90s journey to uncover the identity of the Watermelon Woman, a Black actress from the 1930s known for playing the stereotypical mammy role. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the term mammy, it's a stereotype for a Black woman who typically worked for a white family doing domestic work and taking care of their children. Think Aunt Jemima, or the Tom and Jerry character Mammy Two Shoes, or Gone with the Wind's Mammy, played by Hattie McDaniels, who, fun fact, won an Academy Award for the role, making her the first Black Oscar winner ever. In The Watermelon Woman, Cheryl brings all of this to light and more, while her own queer Black identity is called into question when she begins dating a white woman. When it comes to lesbian cinema, I feel like certain films are just required viewing, like Desert Hearts, Go Fish, and The Watermelon Woman. And if you haven't caught it yet, there is no time like the present, and it's available on Canopy.
But look, I'm really sorry I bugged out. It's just I didn't know that I wasn't expecting that.
First kiss? It's cool. You still coming to the party?
I don't know. I need to try to catch up with Laura. No, but I do want to hang, but I mean, maybe we can do both.
Cool. Do you want to spend the night?
Pariah is one of those rare films that's good in almost every way a film can be good. The acting, the writing, the realistic but still compelling storyline. Alike is a 17-year-old living two lives. In one, she's the feminine presenting daughter of a conservative Christian mother, and in the other, she's herself, a masculine presenting woman who happens to love other women. The complexity and sensitivity in the way filmmaker Dee Rees tells Alike's story is unlike any other queer coming of age I've ever seen. There are no villains or heroes in Alike's world, just tragically flawed characters trying to do the best they can for the people they love. Pariah is one of those films that hits almost every note perfectly, and it's available on demand if you want to check it out.
18-year-old Treasure Lee has just gone to prison
You weigh 79.
to meet the mother she never knew.
What's your name? Treasure.
Be careful. She's my mom. Just be happy for her. I don't trust her.
Now she'll have to fight to become part of the family.
You always hurt the one you love.
Before there was Orange is the New Black, there was Stranger Inside, Cheryl Dunn's 2001 Shakespearean-esque tragedy about Treasure Lee, an institutionalized young woman who is reunited with her mother in prison. So, because I'm old, I remember actually watching Stranger Inside when it originally aired on HBO. And when I rewatched it this past week, I was amazed by how well it stands up. It's still just as riveting and brilliant as I remember, and manages to say so much without having to say much at all. It's a character study, it's a condemnation of the prison system, and it's a survival story. You can purchase Stranger Inside on DVD or watch it other places.
Kindred. The prologue. I lost an arm on my last trip home. The river. The trouble began long before June 9th, 1976. But June 9th is the day I remember.
Last but not least, I wanted to hit y'all with a quick book recommendation. Kindred by Octavia E. Butler is hands down one of my favorite books of all time by any writer of any genre. It's sci-fi, it's literature, it's a slave narrative, it's romance. It's literally every book genre rolled into one incredible book. In fact, the film Antebellum is very, very loosely based on Kindred. I won't spoil the amazing plot, but if you've never read Kindred, I urge you to check it out. It is well worth the read. That is it for the list, but before I go, I want to give a special shout out to my two newest patrons, Sherry and MC.
God must have spent a little more time on you.
And if you're somehow not sick of me yet, I invite you to come hang out over on Patreon, where I post review videos every single week, and if you join, you can request a film or TV show or whatever for me to check out. This week, I reviewed the incredible documentary Welcome to Chechnya. I also reviewed a couple of art house films as well as the web series All for One. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.